Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Fikret Azizov. In this episode we are going to talk about data factory within Microsoft Fabric. As a core of data factory, data integration pipelines. So what are the data integration pipelines? Data integration pipelines can help us to move data between different locations. So these locations could be in on-premise or in cloud. So for example, you may have on-premise databases or file share, files located in file share, and you may want to copy this data to cloud database or cloud data lake storage. As you move your data, you can also apply certain transformations. Example of transformations could be adding columns, calculated columns. Or you can apply aggregations, data aggregations. Finally, you can also apply certain data integration tasks. So for example, you may ingest data from multiple locations, multiple sources, merge them, and write into single destination. Or vice versa, you can take data from single source, split it, and write it to multiple destinations. So how data integration pipelines are designed? Data integration pipelines are hierarchical objects. Pipeline may contain one or more activities. Activities represent your actions. So that example could be your copy activity to move the data around, or it could be Spark notebook activity, which will contain your transformations. Activities will depend on data stores, one or more data stores. So depending on activity types, some of them will depend on one, or some of them could be more data stores. So data stores will usually have mid-level store information. So that could be your table name, or that could be your file path, folder name path. Data stores will in turn depend on connections objects, which will contain high-level source or destination information. So that could be your server name or data lake storage name. Connections objects also contain your credentials information to access these data stores. Besides this, pipelines may also have parameters, variables, and configuration settings, which we'll be describing in future sessions. So let me show this object types on the examples of pipeline that I have created earlier. So in this example, we have pipeline called copy pipeline. As you can see here, we have its pipeline name. If I click here in empty space, I can examine the pipeline's properties. So we have parameters tab. But right now I don't have any parameters. You can also attach certain variables, and the pipeline can have settings. Within this pipeline, we have multiple activities. So this is a copy activity. If I click on this copy activity, I can examine its source information. So in this case, we can see that this data source points to connection object. This is connection's name, and this is connection type. So we are reading from Azure SQL database, and we have table name, source table name. If I switch to destination, I can see that this destination for my activity is Lakehouse. This is Lakehouse name, and this is a table name. As you can see, certain activities, there could be some dependency between activities. So in these examples, we have these two activities that are dependent on copy activity. In following sessions, I'll walk you through creating pipeline, adding different activities there, as well as configuring and executing them.